Tampa Bay Buccaneers are off to a great start this season, and a lot of it is thanks to their offense. This past Sunday versus the Eagles, they were firing on all cylinders. So let's take a look at the tape and see how they were having so much success against the Eagles defense. So the running game hasn't been a strong point of the offense, but they did hit some big plays versus the Eagles. So the first big play is off of a pin and pull scheme. So we're going to get motion from the receiver here to create some misdirection. And then we're going to get a down block here by the tight end, a down block here, and then your guard and your center are your pullers. So the guard's going to pull here to kick, and the center is going to wrap for the first thing that shows in the hole there. And then they basically just zone this backside out. So the Eagles are in man. So that motion right there removes somebody from the box. So the motion removes this guy, and then the threat of Mayfield pulling it off the backside holds the backside in. So there's your kick out block here. And now the center is looking for the first thing. He must feel like the tight end doesn't have a good enough block on the linebacker, so he ends up helping there. That's enough to get the running back one-on-one with the safety, who he makes miss and creates a big play. So you're going to use a similar motion, but this time they're going to run duo. So they're under center this time instead of in the gun, but you're still going to get this motion across. And that's going to get a shift from the linebackers here. And then duo is all about double teams. So we're going to get a single block here, but then you're going to get a double from these two and a double from these two. And they're responsible for those linebackers, and you're just going to get a base block here. The running back is attacking the A gap here, and he's reading the fit of this linebacker. If he fits that A gap, and then he'll bounce and try to find the first hole. So that motion causes these linebackers to shift and this safety to roll all away from the play. So the linebacker fills that gap. So the back knows he needs to bounce. So he gets out. And that's a one-on-one with the corner. So the last run concept we're going to go over here is a wide zone zoro toss. And I did a deep dive earlier on my Substack. So if you want to learn more about this play, I'll put a link in the description. Zoro is a wide zone tag. It's talking to the two tight ends. And what happens is typically they're going to put this second tight end in motion. And they're going to really exaggerate the reach here. And then this motioning tight end's aiming point is the inside. And they're really going to try to get that horizontal movement on the end man of the line of scrimmage. Everything else is normal for the offensive line. So they're all trying to reach and get to the outside number or create horizontal movement on the defensive line. The running back will get the toss, and he'll read that double team and find the first opening either outside or inside. So there's that Zoro technique. That motioning tight end knocks the end man of the line of scrimmage out, meaning the running back's going to cut back in. Now that tight end that was arcing outside, he sees the linebacker coming back and gets just enough to create a seam. So we saw how they use their motion in the run game. So now they're going to tie it to their play action passing game. So this guy's going to motion across here, fake the sweep, and then continue on a route here in the flat. And this is just a keeper off the wide zone. So you're going to get this receiver here in a condensed split. He's got the deep out, and then we're going to get a drag on the backside to create a 3-level flood. So it's just simple top 1, 2, 3 read for Mayfield. So there goes the motion. There's the fake. And Mayfield must like the matchup here. He sees that the guy's running with him in man, so he gets rid of it quick. It's kind of a dangerous throw, but he makes him miss and creates a big play. Here's another example of using play action to create a 3-level flood. So this time they're going to motion this guy across, and he's going to be the deep route on a fade. This condensed receiver here is going to be on the deep out. They're going to fake to the running back, and he's going to become the flat route or the lowest route in this 3-level flood. So he's going to motion. It's almost like a wheel. Evans does a good job of working outside, and the wheel's created space, and Mayfield gets it in there. So Mayfield's got some options here. He's got a screen to the trip side here, the 3 receiver side. So these guys are blocking, and you're getting just a bubble screen right there. On the single receiver side, he's running a glance post, and then the back's free releasing into the flat. So the safety here is going to fly down to cover that flat route by the back, leaving a window for this glance to come in behind, but he has to fit it in between the corner and the linebacker. Linebacker has his eyes on Mayfield, and he fits it right in. Let's take another look from the end zone to see how tight that window was. See, Mayfield does a good job of looking off that safety to the flat, and then coming back here, and then just barely fitting it over the linebacker for a touchdown. Mayfield had a lot of success versus the Eagles using these smash high-low concepts. Smash is a high-low stretch on the corner, usually using a corner route. So this guy here is on the corner, attacking the corner high, and then the offense will use some sort of route underneath to put this guy in a bind. Here they're going to use 2 in routes. The high-low concept on the backside is Evans is here on a dig, and then they're going to motion this back out into the flat. It's called high-low because of the stretch it puts on this linebacker. If he runs with the flat, you can see that there'll be a void here for that dig. If he walls the dig, then the flat will be open. So the Eagles are playing 4 over 3 in this smash combination, and the safety's got outside leverage, and the corner's not really stressed. So Mayfield quickly gets off this pattern and goes to the high-low. As he gets his eyes to the backside, that will linebacker is running with the flat, leaving a void here for Evans on the dig. And that's what Mayfield hits. Here's another similar variation, but this time at a 2x2. To the front side, they're going to run what is commonly known as snag. So we're going to get another corner out here, but this number 1 is going to settle right inside the flat defender and curl. And then they're going to flare the back. We still get our high-low stretch on the corner with the back and the corner route. But if they do bail off in some sort of 4-deep zone, you have an inside-out stretch on this outside linebacker. If he runs with the flat, you can hit that settle curl, or if he hugs the curl, you can hit the flat. He also still has the option to work the high-low on the backside. Now, I'm speculating here, but I believe Mayfield is reading the drop of this linebacker. If he gets here, then the Eagles have 4 over 3, meaning they've outnumbered that route combination, and the high-low is the better read. He quickly checks the snag side, but you can see Evans works into that window again, and they hit another big pass. We've seen how the Buccaneers like to use those dig routes across the middle of the field. So we're going to get that again, but just a little bit different design here. So you're going to have Evans here on the single. He's got a deep out. And then the slot here is going to be on your dig. And on the backside here, to have an answer versus zone, you're just going to get a curl flat by the 2 remaining receivers. So the Eagles are bracketing Evans here with this corner and safety over the top, and then everyone else is playing cover 1. So he's on him, he's got him, and then you got the safety here to help with anything deep. So this is a great call versus this coverage because this guy's here trying to funnel into the free safety, but the free safety's deep, which will leave a void for that dig. So Mayfield feels the pressure, steps up, and finds the dig. So there's a deeper look at how the Tampa Bay Buccaneers schemed and took down the Philadelphia Eagles. With that win Sunday, the Buccaneers find themselves atop the NFC South standings. Make sure you stay tuned as we continue to break down the NFL's best offenses every week.